Srila Prabhupada.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata-sevayā.
Nityaṁ.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. आराध्यो भगवान् व्रजेशतनयास्तद्धाम वृन्दावनम् रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधूवर्गेण वा कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणमम प्रेम पुमार्थो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभुर्मतमिदं तत्रादर नापर नम ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम्
Sarinam.
परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 10, Chapter 44, entitled The Killing of Kamsa. So, we have read till the section of where Chanura, Mushtika, Kuta, Shala, and Toshala, the five brothers, the five demoniac wrestlers who were employed by Kamsa, were killed by Krishna and Balaram, till text number 28. Last week we could not read due to some health issues, some programs, some other services, and just things came up and we could not read. I'm sorry for that, but I was missing all of your association and missing to read Bhagavatam. So life is not always a smooth journey, which we wish, but there are always some unplanned things and stuff comes up. But nonetheless, it's always good to try to get back on track so we don't get off the course. And so we'll try to be more regular and complete the middle section of the 10th canto, which is the Mathura Lila. So we are in the Mathura Lila right now. There are 7 or 8 more chapters till chapter 51. And then Krishna's Dwarka Lila will begin. After Krishna's Mathura Lila, I was thinking we'll go to Caitanya-caritāmṛta. We have read Adi Lila, first few chapters, until 7 or 8 we have read. So we'll resume that section and read some chapters further, or maybe complete the Adi Lila and then get back to the Dwarka Lila. So that might be the plan, but it may take a while. It may take a few months to complete the next few chapters or 7 chapters in the Mathura Lila section. But nonetheless, our goal is to nurture ourselves daily with the Shravanam Kirtanam of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Caitanya-caritāmṛta, etc. So without further delay, let's read the next verse, which is text 29 in chapter 44 of the Bhagavatam. Gopan Vayasyan Akrishya tai samsrijya vijahartuhu vadyamaneshu turyeshu valgantau ruta nupurau. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Krishna and Balaram then called their young cowherd boyfriends, to join them. And in their company, the lords danced about and sported, their ankle bells resounding as musical instruments played. Nowadays, we see that in the championship boxing matches, as soon as there is victory, all the friends and relatives of the victorious boxer rush into the ring to congratulate him. And often the champion will dance about in great happiness. Exactly in this mood, Krishna and Balaram danced about, celebrating their victory with their friends and relatives. Hari Bol, so beautiful. So what's the victory here? They have destroyed the 5 wrestlers. Who all know the name of the 5 wrestlers? Anyone?
2 of them are Chanura, Mushtika, Prabhuji.
Chanura, Shala,
Shala and Toshala.
Toshala, and one more. Just
I don't remember
Kuta.
the other.
So these were the 5 brothers, and we discuss why they were in the past life they were the sons of Brahmana, but they were not interested in Shastra and reading, hearing, but they liked demoniac wrestling. So that's what they became. So now Krishna and Balaram have destroyed them and are victorious. Who was fighting with Chanura? Krishna or Balaram? Who knows the answer? It was Krishna, right? It was Krishna was with Chanura and Mushtika was fighting with Balaram. So remember Chanura and Krishna were talking for great length. We discussed that. So yeah, this scene I think we all may have seen in some, movie or some boxing match or any other tournament, any other sport. As soon as the key players they win and their friends, well-wishers, they come and congratulate them and dancing, they're like holding the trophy and whatnot. That's exactly, coming, who's the root or the origin of that? The Supreme Lord. So they're dancing, they're celebrating, they call all their boyfriends, come, let's have fun, right? So that's the beautiful victory celebration going on, and they're having dance. The word used is nupura. Their ankle bells are acting like the musical instruments. Mm. We know in the Damodar Lila also all the ankle bells, the armlets, etc. They act like musical instruments. So it's a nice, victorious occasion, and everyone is having joyful celebration. Let's move to the next verse. Anyone would like to read? Ms. Radha Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Text 30. Just open the book. Text 30. Janaprajahshur sarve karmana rama krishnayoho rutekam sam vipra mukhyaha sadhava sadhu satvi iti. Translation by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada disciples, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Everyone except Kamsa rejoiced at the wonderful feat Krishna and Balarama had performed. The exalted Brahmanas and great saints exclaimed, "Excellent, excellent, perfect." It is understood that as the best of the Brahmanas and saints were exclaiming, "Excellent, excellent," the worst of the Brahmanas, namely Kamsa, priest, were seriously grieving. Thank you, Prabhuji. So here they're very happy, all the people who are supporting Krishna and Balarama. They are enjoying the victory of Krishna Balarama and Kamsa and all the wicked people. So they are not happy with what happened. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Revolve. Thank you, Mataji. This word sadhu sadhu iti, is used many times to exclaim joy or wonderful, excellent, beautiful. Like someone, does a nice activity or speaks a nice word, sadhu, or gives a nice class or something. So in this case, Krishna Balram has performed excellent in the wrestling match, and they have been victorious over these powerful wrestlers who were like mountains and were very, very powerful. So people, those who were supporting Krishna Balaram, they were happy. And people who were supporting Kamsa, and including Kamsa, they were dejected. This is all because of attachment, is it not? I was hearing a class recently, like we could be so attached to things or people, and sometimes even whether they are right or wrong, we lose the sense. So even those vipras, even those priests, Kamsa's priests, they lost the sense of right and wrong, and they were grieving. Why? Because of their attachment to Kamsa, because Kamsa is giving them the alms, Kamsa is giving them. And that lead to the worst of the Brahmanas and the best of the Brahmanas. The best or the saintly people were rejoicing, and the worst of the Brahmanas, they were grieving. See, totally day and night difference. Day and night difference. What's the verse in Bhagavad Gita which talks about day and night difference? Anyone knows? Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyam. Right? What is day for the self-realized is night for the ignorant. And what is night for the self-realized is the time of it's opposite. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sanyami. Sa nisha sarva bhuteshu tasyam jagrati munehi. So what is night for the general masses is a time for awakening for self-realized. Why? Because of proper attachment. If we are attached to Krishna and Balaram, that is Guru and Gauranga, then we'll be happy, we'll be joyful, no matter what situation may come. But if you're attached to the wrong things, then we'll have to grieve. If you're attached to Kamsa like people, now Ramnavami is coming. If you're attached to Ravana like people, then there's nothing but grieving. Any other thoughts, comments anyone has in this particular section? Okay, let's move on to the next verse. Anyone would like to read text 31? Yes, anyone, please?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Namo Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hateshu mala varyeshu vidurteshu cha bhojarad nayavarta nayavarayat svaturyani vakyam chedam ucheha. Translation by Śrīla Prabhupada, devotees ki jai. The Bhoja king, seeing that his best wrestlers had all been killed or had fled, stopped the musical performance originally meant for his pleasure and spoke the following words. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for reading this. So until this point, what was happening? Chanura said to Mushtu comes Krishna that this is just a friendly like game, right? It was not really like meant for killing and destroying, and like was a more like a sporting event. Hmm. So it was not like I mean, on the surface, they didn't make it sound like it was enemies fighting, right? Like two friends may wrestle, all right, as a sport, but they don't become enemies or they should not become enemies as they are sporting. So that was the intent. But now, and there was music, in events, sporting events, music is there. But now it's getting serious. Stop this music, right? This comes up, stop this musical performance. It's getting serious. The tension is increasing. His best people have been destroyed by Krishna and Balram. And others fled the scene because, well, these are our powerful, like, superiors. If they could not withstand Krishna and Balram, what to speak of, tiny wrestlers? The others, the smaller ones, they just went, the weaker ones, right? So now the king of Bhoja, the Bhoja king, has come into the picture, and now he begins to speak. Yes, let's see what he said. Rekha Mataji or Shravan Mataji, in a position?
I can try, Prabhuji.
Sure.
What are you going to share the screen, Prabhuji?
It's not shared. I thought it was shared.
No.
I am sharing the screen. Are you not able to see?
Oh, okay. Now I can see. Sorry, I was on the participant screen. Okay,
No
I can see it now. I'm sorry. Nihasaryata duruvritu vasudevat majupurat dhanam harata gopanam nandam padnita turmatim. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Kamsa said, drive the two wicked sons of Vasudeva out of the city, confiscate the cowherd's property, and arrest that fool Nanda. Hare Krishna.
So now this matter is no more a sport now. Now this is so serious. He is like very, very angry, right? And Vasudeva Atmajau, they are born from Vasudeva Atmajau. Drive these two wicked people out of the city. Okay, at least like throw them out, kick them out, take their property. Dhanam harata, take their wealth. Whatever they have brought, take it away, steal. And this Nanda who has come, bandhita, tie him. Durmatim, he's a fool whose heart is crooked. See, that's exactly what happens to people who, we see the world not how it is, but we see the world how we are. Because Kamsa was evil and wicked, he saw his reflection. Kamsa was Durmati, Kamsa was the stealer of wealth for everyone. So we see the world, we see the things, we see the events as we are. And to Kamsa, he wanted to only enjoy, kill, loot, Ravana-like mentality. So what can we expect from Ravana-like mentality? I want to share something about Ram versus Ravana. So it's recently shared. This is something on Ramnavami was recently discussing, but here is one. Rama and Ravana, they both begin with the word Ra, but their meaning is so apart. Rama, it means the one who gives joy, the one who gives pleasure to others. He softens the world around him, Rama. And Ravana, totally opposite. The one who gives tears to others, the one who troubles others, unrest because of his pride, because of his greed, because of his hatred towards others. Rama personifies love, Ravana personifies lust. Rama personifies selflessness, Ravana personifies selfishness. Rama personifies dharma, Ravana personifies adharma. So the both begin from Ra. Rama lives to give joy, peace, dignity. Ravana loves control, power, validation, influence, position. Rama walks a path of dharma, letting go of everything to honor the promise he gave to Sita or to Dashrath or to anyone. But Ravana clings to ego and lust. So, we should aspire to be like Sri Ramachandra, the embodiment of truth, virtue, and compassion, one who carries love within. This is Ramnavami. Both Ravana and Rama are inside. We have to be careful in whom we feed more. So Kamsa here was very wicked, was very crooked. And he said, "Oh Nanda, you are crooked. Tie him, kill him, throw these two people out." Those were his words. Why? They were innocent. They did not entice Chanurbushtika, hey, fight with us. They did not try to cause harm to Kamsa. But Kamsa was the one who was trying to always create so many problems for Krishna and Balram. And then he's getting his punishment. But now he's mad, sad, angry. Text 33. Yes, Shri Mataji, you want to read?
Krishna Prabhuji, there might be some background noise, but I can try.
Yes.
Vasudevastu durmingha अन्यतामाश्वसत्तमः उग्रसेदमपि प्राचापि सानुगो परपक्षगः. Translation: Kill that most evil fool Vasudev, and also kill my father Ugrasen, along with his followers who have all sided with our enemies. Thank you for the help.
So Vinash Kale Viprit Buddhi, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. Kamsa is in high emotions and, because his people have been killed, his position is being threatened, his Kala is right in front of him as per the celestial voice. Now his brain is not working properly. And he's speaking, okay, kill everyone. Anyone who is on the side of these enemies, Kṛṣṇa, even my own father. See, we're talking about gratitude. One should always be grateful to others, especially the parents, who have done so much for their children. I'm gonna kill him. Kill my father along with his followers. Kill this evil Vasudeva, and anyone who is on their side. Destroy, destruction. This is the mentality of Kamsa. This is the mentality of Ravana. To hell with others. My way is the right way. Did he consult anyone? No. Evil people don't believe in consulting. Why? Because they're right. Always. One more lesson or story from Ram Navami. Counsel, the power of counsel, the power of consultation. Dashrath Maharaj consulted his ministers. Should I enthrone Ram as a king? Lord Ram consulted his army many, many times, especially when Vibhishana was coming, what to do. Jambavant consulted Hanuman, or Hanuman consulted others before the jump. So consultation or seeking good advice, seeking others' perspective. I'm not saying one should consult everyone in the world. That's not good either, because one will always get confused. If you ask like 10 people, what should I do? They'll get confused because they'll have 10 different opinions. But at least one or two powerful, your well-wishers who are mature, who are selfless and wise and have the right understanding, experience, and maturity, one must. It's wisdom, it's not weakness. Ravana did not believe in counsel. All of them, Vibhishana, Mandodari, everyone said, give back Sita. You'll be destroyed. He did not listen, blind to the good counsel, puffed up by pride. So Ramayana mentioned there are three kinds of people. The first one are the best, the foremost. They take the good advice of ministers, friends, providence before acting, and they focus more on Shreyas, long term. The mediocre is like a lone wolf, thinks, judges, and acts entirely by himself. They may sometimes, ask others, but they'll do their own stuff. And the lowest they don't even give a thought, skips the deliberation altogether, skips the no pros and cons of the situation, and leans on fate. Oh, this was bound to happen. Destiny had it planned. or I will handle it. So act impulsively. Bang, do it, just do it. Forget about the pros and cons. That's the lowest. So we have to be more in this zone. Seek advice. There's so many, any situation we are undergoing, good or bad. Guess what? People have already been through that. We're not feeling inspired in bhakti. Someone has already been through that. We are having some health issue. Someone has been through that. We are trying to balance family life and bhakti. Someone has been through that. So we should seek advice of mature people, friends, relatives. I mean, as I said, don't ask all the people. You have to, especially in Krishna conscious environment. Otherwise, we'll end up in chaos and confusion. And depends on how grave the decision is. Like, we don't have to ask 20 people what to cook tomorrow for lunch, right? But if it's a bigger decision, like should I move to India or practice bhakti in US, maybe this needs some considerable evaluation of pros and cons for individual, for family, for kids, for health, bhakti, finances. It's not just we whimsically, do something. So Kamsa here or Ravana, they are representing whimsical actions, impulsive. Kill them, tie them, destroy them. Anyone who do on their side, destroy. Evam vikathamane vayi kamse prakupito vyayaha laghim notpatya tarasa mancham utungam arhut mancham utungam aruhat. As Kamsa thus raved so audaciously, the infallible Lord Sri Krishna, intensely angry, quickly and easily jumped up onto the high royal dais. Hari Bol. So maybe you must imagine they were all fighting, Krishna, Balaram, in this. Kamsa was somewhere, they were sitting and watching from here somewhere. And Krishna and Balaram were on the ground floor. So but here suddenly Krishna jumped and landed right next to Kamsa. Easily. He can do anything he wants. So the point here is intense anger. I was hearing Ram Katha. So intense anger generally is considered negative, right? Prakopitaha, extremely angry. So Lord Ram was very, very saumya, very, very sober, peaceful. But this word intense anger is also shown. Like, for example, when the Samudra Devta was not giving the passage, Lord Ram did try to pacify, I think for 7 days, right? By offering prayers and articles of worship to the Samudra Devta, the ocean god. But he did not listen. Then he said, okay, I'm going to dry you up with my arrow if you're not giving. The intense anger. So this may sound contradictory. On one hand, he's showing very peaceful behavior. On one side, he's showing so much anger. But it's not really ironical. But this is the beauty or the opulence of the Lord. That when it comes to if someone is not following dharma, he'll be intensely angry on him. Like here, Krishna is intensely angry because now Kamsa is ordering to kill Vasudev, kill Nanda, kill the cowherd boys, kill Ugrasena, kill all these Rajavasis. How dare? He's very angry. Very angry. And one should be. There are so many examples in our society. No, devotees need to learn to stand up for the right cause. If someone is trying to harm Krishna and or his devotees, it is said, there's so many examples like Ladini Mataji. She gave up her life to protect the devotees. Who would do that? It's a very famous and heart-rendering story. So many other examples are there. So many. When the deities were stolen in Mayapur, and many devotees, Prabhupada disciples, they stood up. Some of them, they got severely injured. One of them lost their leg. They fought, right, to protect Krishna and his devotees. So one should learn to stand up, and that anger is good. Like Hanuman, क्रोधात् भक्त द्वेषी जाने. जो भक्तों से द्वेष करे, one who is envious of devotees or trying to harm the devotees, that anger, to express anger on them, is not adharma, rather dharma. And even Hanuman destroyed the Lanka, burned the Lanka, so that he was not overcome by anger, but rather he used anger for the right cause. So here we see Krishna's anger to teach Kamsa a lesson. He was very angry and he jumped on the dais. Arhuat Utungam. Mancha. Manch pe aa gaye Krishna. Manch is like a stage or a dais where the king was sitting. Any comments, thoughts? Okay, let's read the next one, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhupada. Tam avishantam alokya mrityum atmana ashanta ashanat manasvi sahasothaya jagre sosi charmani. Translation: Seeing Lord Krishna appearing like death personified, the quick-witted Kamsa instantly rose from his seat and took up his sword and shield. Yes, Prabhuji. This is the final scene, I guess, between Krishna and Kamsa. Climax.
Very good. Yes. So now this fight is about to begin. Tam khadaga panim vicharantamasu shenyam yatha dakshina savyamambare samagrihad durvisha ugrateja yatho ragam tarkashya sutah prasahya. Sword in hand, Kamsa moved quickly from side to side like a hawk in the sky. But Lord Sri Krishna, whose fearsome strength is irresistible, powerfully seized the demon just as the son of Tarkashya might capture a snake. So Tarkashya is Garuda. So how easily, the Garuda captures a snake? And so Krishna's strength is irresistible. He is unparalleled. Kamsa may be powerful, but Krishna is the source of all strength. Balam balavatam chaham. So no one can compare Krishna. One of the word used for Krishna is one who is, there's no equal and there's no one above him. I think we read that recently. So he powerfully sees the demon just as the Garuda catches a snake. Next verse. Anyone wants to read? Nikant Prabhu.
Prabhu, I'm just taking a turn to stop the vehicle, Prabhu. Just give me 1 second. I was about to say, let me just read it, Prabhu. I just stopped. Hare Krishna. Pragyakeshu chalatam kiritam nipyatya rangopari tunga machanta manchat tasyoparishat tat swayam abja nabaha papata vishwasya atma tantraha. Translation: grabbing Kamsa by the hair and knocking off his crown, the lotus-naveled Lord threw him off the elevated dais onto the wrestling mat. Then the independent Lord, the support of the entire universe, threw himself upon the king. In Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada describes the death of Kamsa as follows. Kṛṣṇa at once strangled his chest and began to strike him over and over. Simply from the strokes of his face, Kamsa lost his vital forces. Thank you, Prabhu. Looks like a real climax there.
I think you all may have seen this picture, right? Krishna and Kamsa fighting. Let me share this. Yeah, this is a ISKCON picture. Let's see. So initially, internet is slow. Can you? Oh, okay. So initially, the Chanur and Mushtika were here, and there was a raised platform. Kamsa was somewhere here, as I was sharing. Kamsa, and suddenly Krishna, the blue boy, came here.
Prabhu, we are seeing your oh, okay. Sorry, I thought like you're sharing the picture.
Yeah, so while the picture is loading. So this Krishna, dang, he threw him on the mat, wrestling mat, as we just read. Knocking off his crown, grabbed Kamsa by his hair and threw him on the wrestling mat. And then jumped on him. You may have seen this in wrestling, like from a high platform, Krishna. So Kamsa is here, and then Krishna jumps all the way down on him and starts punching him over and over. So this is the picture. Yeah, this is the picture. It's a beautiful picture. So they were up here initially, and this is the other wrestlers, Chanur, Mushtika, etc. His crown has been knocked off. Very beautiful. This is exactly the same picture. Okay, so any other comments here? Let's read one more verse. Yes, Shravan Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. There might be some noise. Tam samparitam vichar karsha bhuma haririyasvam jagato vikashyata ahe fi shabdah samtum hams radho dudiritah sarvajanendriya janendriya narendriya. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai. As a lion drags a dead elephant, the Lord then dragged Kamsa's dead body along the ground in full view of everyone present. O king, all the people in the arena tumultuously cried out, "Oh, oh!" Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti explains that many people in the audience thought Kamsa had simply been knocked unconscious when thrown from the lofty dais. Therefore, Lord Krishna dragged his corpse so everyone would realize that the evil king was indeed dead. Thus, the exclamation, "Ha ha," indicates how surprised the people were that the king was suddenly dead and gone. The audience's astonishment is also mentioned in the Vishnu Puran. Tato ha ha kritam sarvam asita tadrangamandalam avajjaya hatam vishva krishnena mathureshwaram. Then the entire arena became filled with cries of astonishment as the people saw that the master of Mathura had been contemptuously killed by Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Nibol, thank you so much. Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ki Jai. So he's finally killed Kamsa, and now he's dragging him like a lion drags a dead elephant. Why? So everyone can see, oh, he's not just unconscious. He's dead now. He's dead and gone. And everyone is explaining, ha, ha. So the dead corpse. So Kamsa is dead. Krishna killed Kamsa very quickly, it seems, in just a few verses, right? He went up there, threw him, knocked him and started punching him on the chest, and then dragged him. Interesting. So, Mare Krishna, Rakhe ke, Rakhe Krishna, Mare ke. If Krishna wants to kill someone, who can protect? And if Krishna wants to protect someone, who can kill? And everyone saw that their master, the king of Mathura, Mathura Naresh, is dead now. And of course, majority were happy about it because he was such an evil king. He was torturing the people. Nobody wanted him to be there. No. Leadership is not forced. Genuine leadership is through love. Like Lord Ram, everyone wanted him to be his king, but nobody wanted Kamsa to be their king. So this completes this particular section. Now there is maybe another 10 more verses which we can study tomorrow. So we completed the killing of Kamsa today. Any thoughts, comments, or questions before we pause for the day?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice, Prabhu. So I was just reflecting that in one of the classes or in one of the Prabhupada lectures or somewhere, that if you don't realize that Krishna is the Supreme Person throughout your life, you will realize at the time of your death that Krishna comes as a death personified. So by this example, so even though Kamsa sent so many demons and Krishna is killing all of them, and until the day came, he killed all the wrestling builders. So still, so until that stage, until he dies, he is not realizing that so Krishna is a supreme person. So in our day-to-day life, we see so many people, we see so many things happening in this world, that Krishna's creation, but still we don't believe there is a God. So when the time comes, then we don't have anything to do. That when we are in the final stage, then we realize that I'm not the doer. So Krishna is there, the God is there. So there is one more story of the boxer, Bruce Lee or somebody. So there is a real story of somebody like who was thinking he's the strong person, he can defeat anybody, he's the greatest person. But when he got diseased and he's got paralysis or something, that he's not able to drink his own cup of glass or tea. So at that time he realized that I'm not the strongest person, I'm not the doer. So Krishna will make everybody realize certain point of time. So for that, we need to understand, we need to realize the Krishna's potency and we need to understand him, Prabhu. That's what my thing is.
Very nice reflection. If you don't realize Krishna at the time in the journey, then he'll come as death and destroy Mrityu Sarva Haraschaham. Thank you. Very nice. You're referring to, I think, Mike Tyson. He said, "Oh, I'm the greatest." But then he got Parkinson. He couldn't even lift his cup of coffee and said, "I'm the greatest." Fool who thought and I was the greatest. So, in short, one should be humble. You know, life is short. I was hearing another class. We're often caught up in impressing others or proving others I'm better, I have more, I have made it in this world. But then one gets some maturity and death comes that whom are we trying to prove? Whom are we trying to impress? After our death, 2 days later, 2 days after, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 2 days, sometimes 2 weeks. That's all. No one will give a damn, right? Who was this guy or girl? Who was this Prabhu or Mata? Gone forever. And even during the life also, people are so absorbed in, nobody really cares. So the best thing is it's between us and Krishna. We build that relationship and keep that as the priority. Keep that as our everything. And we will be happy, we'll be successful, we'll be glorious, and keep doing our part, keep doing our duties. Hallelujah. Okay, so we'll continue the next verse tomorrow. And Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai, Jagadguru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samved Kaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.